Hello everybody.
Oh, hi.
Too busy with her phone. Yeah, like all the young people today. Too busy with technology. Anyway, let's welcome to this week's B.U.M. It's Monday the 10th of December.
Nearly Christmas 15 day.
Yeah.
15 day.
2 weeks to Christmas, just under 2 weeks to Christmas. And yeah, it's great, isn't it? And I'm working away steadily on George here. Still going strong.
How is George?
Yeah, I started the weathering. Yeah, started the weathering on George. I've done the first step. Yeah, first.
Oh my God.
First, I know it's a bit drastic looking, isn't it? But the it'll get toned down as you add on the more bits and pieces to it.
Okay.
First step, I've done the chipping, and I've probably gone a little bit overboard on it. Probably, but I don't think so.
Can I see? What?
I don't think so. I don't think it's gone too overboard.
I don't even see.
It's all the silver.
Oh,
It's where the paint is being chipped off. That's what chipping is.
that's a lot.
It is a lot. It's not too much though. It sort of defines all the panels and things. But I'm going to go over that with black and things. Anyway. So anyway, here we are talking about something that's down there. So we better bring the camera down and we can talk about it together. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're down at the bench.
Yeah. So here we are. We're down at the bench, and we have George here, and he's all chipped up. Okay, as you can see. Okay, and I've gone around some of the panels. Well,
a bit too much.
All the panels. It looks a bit too much, doesn't it? But then again, it's first part of a series of things that's going to be done to it. Okay, so that'll be all toned right back when you add in the black washes and things. Okay. Little bit of chipping underneath as well. It won't really show up so much because it's all silver underneath anyway, but chipped up around by the decals. So the decals, because in reality they'd be painted on, so the paint would have chipped off them as well. So, and same with the front sections here, along with the on the yellow. So you could say it's a bit too much. Personally, I don't think so, because I know what's coming, if you know what I mean. And I know that the black wash is going to tone that right back. Okay, as you see, George is in there. The cockpit glass is all in, all nicely done. And the wheels are done as well. Okay, and we've got our propeller, and it's spinny. There we go. Propeller spins around. It's lovely. So the next step that I'm going to do to this, the next step I'm going to do this is I'm going to give it a sludge wash. And a sludge wash basically is pigment and water, and you make up a sludge, and you just basically paste the model with it, leave that dry in, and then with a bit of damp tissue or damp Q-tip, rub it off areas you don't want, and it'll go into all the little gaps and things, and that'll cover up some of the silver and let the silver kind of show through it to a certain degree as well. So it'll kind of tone back a lot of that and just make it a bit more realistic looking, because like, you know, once it's all sort of clean like that and it's all the chipping is done to it, it looks a bit dramatic, but the washes and things will blend all that back. So the next step, like I said, is to give it a sludge wash. Now when it comes to in here in the wheel wells, I won't be using a sludge wash in there because I'd never get it out of some of those places. You'd never be able to sort of wipe it off fully. So for areas like that in there, okay, in the wheel wells, I'll be giving it an ordinary black wash. Okay, that's black acrylic paint mixed with a bit of thinners. Okay, so it's an ordinary wash. So it's a work in progress. It's slowly getting there. It's the first aircraft I've kind of done at this scale, because the one I did the big Airfix one, that 1/24th scale Spitfire, which was a horrible model. It was the first plane I'd ever really done, apart from say planes I did as a kid. Wasn't happy with it, wasn't happy with the fit, and you know, for a finish it was happy enough with what it came out with. In retrospect, there's loads of different things that I've done to it, I did a couple of 1/72nd scale ones, which don't have as much detail and are harder to do to a certain degree, as in to show detail and things, and it's when it's not there anyway in the first place. So this is what I'm calling my first airplane, first proper one. Okay. I am really liking doing it. I must admit, I didn't think I would enjoy it as much as I have enjoyed it. It's kind of, I wouldn't say it's totally different than armour, but there are a lot of different things to it. Things that you do with this that you wouldn't really do with armour. But it's getting there. I'm happy enough with it, and we'll see how it continues. From the last time you've seen it, I'm after doing the aerial wire. Okay, it was Larry Brown gave me the suggestion of using a bit of stretched sprue, and I did that, and it works perfectly, and it's grand. It stays nice and taut. Because I did it with that 1/24 scale. I used a bit of thread, really thin thread, and it just didn't really want to stay on. It was harder to stay on and things like that. Whereas with the stretched sprue, you're actually using styrene, and as we all know, it's easy glue styrene to styrene because it kind of melts together, and it does a better job of staying together. And it looks perfect. It really does. It really does the job. There you go. There's the aerial wire, and that's stayed perfect now for the last week. You could say it's been on it the bones of a week. So I'm happy enough with that, and thanks to Larry for that little tip.
Thank you.
So all these little hints and tips, they're brilliant. I really do appreciate them all. Whether I actually go ahead and do each tip the person hands on to me or not is another thing, but I do appreciate people's input, because like I said, I'm not a professional modeler, far from it. I'm a hobbyist. Yes, a hobbyist. I enjoy it as a hobby, and I strive to get it as good as I can. I don't strive for perfection, because I know I'm not capable of perfection, but I'm consider myself pretty capable of doing a pretty decent job, and so far I'm quite happy with this. I think it's for me it's quite spectacular. I really enjoy working on it each evening. The thing I have noticed the difference with aircraft and with armour, as in with armour you could nearly get it all done in a night, if you know what I mean. You can just sort of keep going. Whereas with aircraft, you've got to, you can do a bit and you have to leave it. You can't touch it for quite some time. So it's a case of come up in the evenings, do maybe half an hour's work, and then got to put it up because it's got to dry in and ease. The usual things takes time, and you can't really do very much to it. But it's getting there and moving along nicely, isn't it, babes? Yep, from the background. Yep, from the mad one in the back, in the distance. So, that's it. Nice short update again. My old bench update Monday is literally a quick short video on what I've been up to, and a kind of a general look at what I've... Ketchup, that's it. Like me it is. Like me it is, isn't it? Ketchup. A quick catch up on what I've been doing. Or catsup. So anyway, let's get back up to myself, and as we finish off the bum, we'll decide what this week's chocolate of the week is and our fruit of the week. Okay, what do you want to do, Abs? Chocolate or the fruit?
Chocolate.
She's robbing the chocolate bar, and the minute I popped it out and showed her what this week's bum chocolate was, she goes, "Oh, lovely." So I doubt if John's getting the chocolate bar with his coffee tonight. Chances are a bit slim. Oh yeah, a couple of one or two bits and pieces that I got during the week. I got my hands on a bit of Das clay. Yes, a bit of Das clay. That's for
Mr. Price not sponsored.
Yeah, Mr. Price not sponsored. And I made a bit. I'm doing a kind of a woodwork class as part of this course. But it's not actually part of the course. Shall we say there's a lot of foreign people on the course with me, okay, as in non-English first language speakers.
People like
So they do a class called English Support, where they just learn English grammar and things like that. So while they're doing that, the people that sort of speak English perfectly in the course, they give us a choice of doing either woodwork, it's only for an hour, 1 hour a week, woodwork, or what was it? Can't remember. Business. Yes, business studies. So I said, I go for the woodwork. And I've already made a bowl. Nice big.
it's in the kitchen.
Yeah, I used the lathe. It was brilliant. I made a big bowl, a big fruit bowl. It's below in the kitchen with fruit in it, funnily enough, being a fruit bowl.
Loads of orange.
And last week I was in there and I noticed a nice little block of, I don't know what kind of wood it is, probably teak or mahogany or something, but it's a nice dark reddish wood. And I said it will do a perfect for the stand for my figure. Remember the figure? Yes.
Which one? Oh, the big guy.
The big guy, yes.
The guy, actual guy.
Okay,
You
so
haven't done anything to the lady?
haven't done anything to the lady yet. I know, yeah.
You have like...
Well, I was waiting for the paint to come, and then when the paint came, then I started on the plane. So I haven't done anything to her ladyship yet, but I will be working on her. So I've got a bit of desk clay now. What I'm going to do is put a kind of an oval type thing, not a perfect oval, but a bit of a shape around that. Covered it with a bit of cling film anyway first. Nice bit of desk clay then around that. Okay, and I'm going to kind of build up a corner of a wall.
But this is... I like this.
I'm going to stick your man in there then, like that.
I like what they've made.
He's going to be in place there with the wall around him like that, and a bit of snow effects around it, and that's him then finished.
Made in Italy.
He's been waiting a while there for something to stand on, and
The staff clay was made in Italy.
be a nice display piece, because they really, really are nice, those resin figures. Okay, so
It's made
It'll be
in
about-
Luzon.
hopefully during the week I'll get some work done on that chap, and get the base done.
This is made in Italy.
Is it? Yes, made in Italy
Since 1962.
since 1962.
Three.
Since 1963. 2 years later I was born. 1965. So I made a start on it anyway, as in I covered the block of wood with a bit of cling film. Yeah, reason for covering it with a bit of cling film is so that the desk, I can lay the desk clay in it. The glass clay won't discolour the wood underneath, where I won't have the clay. Do you know what I mean? If I put the clay on that and start working around with it, the clay then will kind of get into the... Yeah, but it'll get into the grain of the wood and dirty up the wood, whereas I got it nicely polished up. So, cover it with a bit of cling film, lay out my piece of clay onto it, get it all to the height I want, add in my bricks and everything else, and when that all dries then I can take off the cling film, take off that, and then glue the piece straight onto that. Good idea, isn't it? Yeah, Simon gave me that idea.
I've made a blue swan.
Blue swan. Oh, great. She's...
I don't know how though. How the swans are blue. They are.
They are blue. Anyway, let's get back up to myself and Abs, and we can finish off, and we'll do our bum fruit and the bum chocolate. Okay. Right, so that was it, lads. That's the Shorinkai George.
Hi George.
The 1/32 scale from Hasegawa. And it's my Japanese Navy Interceptor. And it's coming along nicely, and I'm really chuffed with how that's coming along, considering it's my first proper plane. Okay. I won't count the 1/72. They were just incidental little bits and pieces. So, Abby's going to introduce this week's bum chocolate.
Mine.
Mars a day helps you work, rest and play.
Mine.
That used to be the motto from Mars.
Mine.
Show them again.
Mine.
Elderly abuse. Elderly abuse.
Bad.
I'll call old people line. Just if you've got a child line, I've got an old people line.
Here, have my phone.
Elderly. Hello, is that elderly abuse?
Excuse me, the phone's upside down.
My daughter's abusing me. She's mad. She's
Just
lunatic.
take your fruit and do it. Go ahead.
This week's fruit for the diabetics out there.
Mars bar.
You can have an upside down Mars bar or an orange.
What should you want?
At least hold the Mars bar up the right way around.
What do you want? This or this? Get. No. Bye.
That's it. There's the orange gone flying across the room. And she's robbed my Mars bar.
That's how you do it. Life.
But didn't you already get... Mammy bought you chocolate in the shop as well. You got chocolate boutons, didn't you? You ate your chocolate boutons.
They were chocolate
So there you've had
stars.
chocolate stars. Milky Way chocolate stars, was it? And I got a Mars. So you can have it after your dinner. Okay? Not
When I'm doing my homework.
not before your dinner. After your dinner. You can take it away with you.
Yine.
But after dinner, okay? Do that. Keep doing that now and I'll take it off you. Seriously. Once more now. Anyway, that's it until next week. And next week it'll be the last bum before Christmas.
Last one before Christmas.
Last bum before Christmas.
Wait, Christmas is on a Tuesday. Christmas Eve is on a Monday.
Yeah, well, we won't be doing I won't be doing a bum Christmas Eve.
We can do a butt. Bum bench update Tuesday. A butt.
I thought we were going to call that Technical Information Tuesday.
Nah,
Nah.
but.
So the Monday after will be Christmas Eve, so we might do one Christmas Eve, a special Christmas Eve special, and we'll have a look back at some of my favourite builds of
The year.
the year.
2018.
I was going to do that after Christmas,
We
but
can
we
do
never
it.
know.
We can do it on Christmas, the 25th or the
Yeah.
24th.
We might do it. So I look at a couple of the builds that I really enjoyed doing, as opposed to all of them. It wouldn't have be too long because I
It'd
get
be like an hour and 40 minutes.
yeah, because I get so much done in the year. So anyway, that's it for this week. We'll catch you next week. Don't forget to stay tuned to the channel for further updates. Yeah, we'd have to go back to the old house for bits and pieces. Don't forget to stay tuned to the channel for further updates on George.
George!
And join us next Monday for another bum. The bum before Christmas.
The bum before Christmas.
Yeah.
We
It-
didn't.
It was the bum before Christmas, and all around the house not a creature was stirring.
Because of the bums.
Because of the bums. Attack of the bums. So anyway, lads, hope you all have a nice week. Hope you enjoy your modelling. Don't do too much. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, or she wouldn't do. But that doesn't need much. It's mental.
Moth balls and phone. Great match.
Yeah.
Bye.
What can I do? Seriously.
Nothing.
Has anybody out there got any pity for me? Please, at least one person. Comments in the box below. We'll catch you next week, lads. Bye.
Bye.